talk to you about Baby Mama?
Oh.
Yes.
I don't have one, if that's what you're asking.
An immediate plug.
Yeah.
I actually have a conspiracy theory about it because I'm one of those people that actually really enjoys dissecting music videos and song lyrics.
Yeah, man, go for it, man.
Yeah, because I always feel that like musicians like yourself, right? It's kind of like an elevated form of poetry. Simply because it goes beyond song lyrics, right? You can actually have an instrumental sound and then you're able to control the tempo and the cadence and everything. And then we add in a music video on top of that. Then I can catch all these different symbolisms.
Yeah, there's a lot of parameters, a lot of ways you can mess up. And but no, you're right. It is a more heightened form of storytelling. So not to say that I have many layers.
So can I ask you about what you're singing about when you in Baby Mama? Is it about a person or is it about something more? Please prove me right, or else I'll just look nuts.
You know that that meme about the curtains are blue?
No.
So it's like the lit question is, okay, what did the author mean when she wrote the curtains are blue? And then the lit kid is like, oh, you know, the curtains are blue because of the ennui, you know, and the surreptitious nature of things.
The ennui.
And subliminal, blah, 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 and exacerbated by blah, 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 is linked to this. And then the author is like, no, because the curtains are fucking blue.
So I was overthinking.
Overthinking. Okay, the truth is.
Let's go.
No, I mean, obviously, the song is a pop song, so it's meant to be super accessible, like most pop songs, like light switch. You know, the idea is just like, yeah, you know, it's someone that I know is not good for me, but I'm incessantly drawn to. Yeah. The same could be said about many things in life, like this lime juice. Yeah, it's just sugar, but it's good. It makes me feel good.
Oh shit. Okay, can I tell you my theory?
You can. And I would say it's, yeah.
So for the longest time, I thought Baby Mama, and by the way, congrats on the newest single.
Thank you.
I always thought that Baby Mama, you were singing about the creative process and about how it's an elusive concept. So actually, I thought of that at first, and the fact that in Baby Mama, you're dressed in that striped t-shirt, so it looks like you're in jail.
Like I'm in prison.
Yeah, in prison, right? And then the entire time you're looking in the mirror, and I realized mirrors are actually a very prevalent thing in your music videos. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. So, in the song Wicked,
this guy does his homework.
I did my homework. So in the song Wicked, you're actually looking in the mirror, right? Yeah. And it starts off with you with like a bruise on your face because you self-inflicted it. Yeah. And then after that, you're smiling every time someone hits you. But then they're hugging you afterwards.
Yeah. This guy.
Yeah, I did my homework. And then again with Find Me, it's not you singing about a woman. In the end, it's you, and then you're swimming towards yourself. So I kept thinking throughout your writing journey, it's always, whether instinctively or purposefully, I thought you were singing about creativity. Should I just walk away now?
You've hit like a few nails on the head, I'd say. But it's one of those things where like, if I say it,
it loses the magic.
It's kind of lame. Yeah. But I will say that the stuff about the mirrors, stuff about this interesting kind of tangle.
And the green light as well.
With self.
Yeah.
Is there a green light?
No, in Wicked. So it starts off with you running towards a green light, and then you sit down. Okay.
So
this is where I go deep dive again, right?
Okay.
You're dressed in black in the start. Wait, are you dressed in black or white? When we look in the mirror, black and white.
Black.
Yeah, so dressed in black, and then people start crowding, and then you're standing up there, and then people start disappearing. Yeah. And then when they disappear, you sit down, and then the green light turns off. Yeah. So I thought that was all about inspiration.
Not quite.
Okay, damn it.
No, but okay, I like the train of theory that you have.
I thought I was looking like a genius here, man.
No. I mean, like, I mean, okay, this is again a cliche thing. We're gonna have a cliche counter.
Yeah, let's go. Maddie, do it. Yeah, over here.
But like, it's really true. Like, why we create stuff like that is really up for interpretation.
Yeah.
But the thing that really bugs me the most is when things are over-explained.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you.
You know, like this over-exposition. Sure. I can name like 1,000 movies. No, well, 3 that I think have massive potential, but are completely ruined by like over-explanation.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the exposition is too much.
So the whole thing about Inception, when it ends on the top and it doesn't get explained.
That shit gets me going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is the beautiful, and I really wish like Nolan didn't explain himself.
Yeah.
Or like Michael Kheng didn't jump in and talk about it, because like that's the freaking joy. That's the stuff that ruins you for 5 nights in a row.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's why like we choose to create art that is sometimes not like sort of like so banal or surface value. Is like, you know, you want this kind of open-ended sandbox universe. That's why GTA is so fun.
Yeah.
Like anything goes. So well, like what you said, like with the symbolisms and stuff like that, like you can allude to anything. It's not great marriage communication pep talk 101. Like that shit's different. Like talk to your wife or your partner. But you know, with art, I think that's the beauty of it. Is like it's a blank canvas, and that's why it's so participatory.
Yeah. I
think very early on in my career, my inspirations were, you know, singer-songwriters who really wore their heart in their sleeves.
Yeah.
Again, that was the thing back then. Tumblr quotes. I wish I knew how to quit you and all that stuff.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Just sipping out tumblers, yeah. So it was really about like being brutally honest, and I think there was a little time in a creative's life, well, my life as a creative, that I felt like I was one with like the emotional honesty.
Yeah.
I was writing songs about my late mom that meant a lot to me, you know, and I was writing songs about personal relationships, and it would just be this big cathartic moment every time you played on stage. You try not to cry because it was this big moment. And then you realize that, okay, firstly, people gravitate towards that, which is a joy, because then, you know, you're doing what you set out to do, which is share amazing stories. Then it comes to a point where you realize, oh, it's getting transactional. People want more of that. So you start twisting your captions to ring that sentiment.
And it feels less
and you
real,
feel like
genuine?
a slut.
You do.
Yeah, no,
I can imagine, yeah.
And I will admit, at some point in my career, like the press the emotional button was very easy to do because it was right there.
You're a very emotional kid.
Yeah, and then people come up. I was very emotional, and I mean that was true to myself.
Yeah.
But it's also this kid that was full of shit at the same time. People come up to me and go like, "Man, your Instagram." I feel like, or people who cared about my, you know, like my
Instagrams.
My Instagrams.
Your Instagrams.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, like I like it when you're more personal." I'm like, "Yeah, but do I like it?" You know, and I felt at the same time, I was getting some unwanted attention and a lot of like comments and stuff, and I was like, I need to like put a bunker, so to speak.
So you kind of hide a little bit of yourself, you're saying?
No, I think that's also a bad analogy. I think there is value in realizing that it's not, that your life doesn't start and end online.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it really doesn't matter if my level of honesty online, because it really doesn't matter what you put on. So my impetus was like me dealing with my mom's passing. That was grief. And I didn't understand it at the time.
How old were you, sorry?
I was 12 when it happened. I was
sorry.
only like maybe 16 or 17 when I started to create art about it. The problem with that is, I mean, I think it's great. I think creating art is cathartic, it's therapeutic. You should do it.
Preach.
Yeah, but when you commodify it, as I did at such an early age, that's messed up, because then I was like, shit, should I do more of that? And my understanding of grief hadn't matured. You know what I'm saying? Like I hadn't gone like, okay, this is how I sit with grief. Back then I was like, if I talk more about it, maybe it'll go away. The idea was for it not to go away. The idea was for me to build a bigger house.
And it got even more messed up, right?
Yeah, and it got even more messed up. And I realized that like you never stop grieving, you know. And I'm a stop all the clocks kind of person, you know, the Auden poem that it's like, you know, like really stop all the clocks.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a literature nut myself, that's right. No, but that's one of my favorite poems, because like that's how I feel when I lose somebody. It's like everything stops, and how can this dude go to work? How can you go and have a cup of coffee in a cafe like that? It doesn't make sense, because this person is gone. My life completely stops. So I think my understanding of grief, again, hadn't had a chance to grow up.
Are you able to go back and listen to your own music, or do you cringe a little bit?
You're talking about I cringe right now.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I think I'm never quite satisfied with anything I do put out. I always look at it and go like, oh, I could have done this thing. Matt really strongly relates, because he's always like, God, more notes.
Yeah.
But there's definitely cringe, man. Facebook memories is bad enough for you. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I was a really strange looking kid. Oh, so the reason why I asked you
Hancho is a strange man.
I actually get that way too much. Do I actually look like him?
I'm sorry, that's one of the first few things I said to you. I was like, I can't get over how John Cho you are.
Okay.
I'm sorry. My wife's brother looks completely like Simu Liu. And I keep
lucky guy.
I keep doing stories of him, and I keep tagging Simu Liu. Hoping that one day, dude's gonna like hit me up. Nope, hasn't happened.
So the reason I asked you that, right, is because when I published my novel,
Yeah.
I had
congrats.
this really, thanks man, I had this really romantic idea in my head where I'll buy it from Kinokuniya, bring it to a cafe and read it in one spot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I could not get past the first page. I
Oh,
was like, oh shit, I don't even...
And you just published it.
I just published it. I'm like, oh my god, actually, instead of
Should I
that...
take this back?
Yeah, I was like, I should have started with like a different sentence. Oh my god, that should have been better. So when you go back and listen to the stuff we did with Sam Willows and then, like not just your music, like Benzie Project, Ben and Ann Show.
Yeah.
Like, are you able to look back with like a little bit of nostalgia, or do you still feel a bit cringe?
Man, this is such a good question because, again, I think every artist would say it different.
I cringe every time. Yeah.
For example, a lot of famous actors don't watch the replays.
Yeah.
Or don't watch
yeah.
the
Who's
monitor.
again? Edward Norton or something. He said he never watches any of this.
Yeah, but
and also Jesse Eisenberg.
They're both dicks. Yeah. So, no, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Tag Jesse.
I'm partially kidding. Sorry. I think, okay, if you're a very, okay, let's go a bit specific here in the acting craft. If you're a very established actor that knows your angles, knows delivery, knows timing, knows like this computer, then I think that's fine because you want to not allow your visibility of yourself to interrupt your performance if you're Heath Ledgering it or you're Daniel Day-Lewising it. Yeah. But if you're a young actor, please check the monitor for Conti, for angles and all that stuff. You know, Megan Matt really relates. So that's very subjective. But I think what I was trying to get at was like everyone, like I know some people, like myself, like once I'm done with the project, I love to find the next thing.
Yeah, I'm the same as you.
Yeah.
I'm the same as you.
Because for me, it's like, I will fall into a hole if I go back to my old catalog and stuff. And for some reason, I can appreciate like the Sam Willows stuff. I appreciate the decade that it was in.
Yeah.
You know, like the guitar stuff. Like, I guess that worked for back then. But like, I'm always interested in the new thing. I think the spirit of creativity in the now is very exciting for me.
In talking about like viral hits, right? I can't believe I'm saying this. I think you're supremely underrated, like in the music that you do. So basically, the Cai Fan song, right? Compared to Baby Mama, the view count is. I don't want to go into there, but
of course, yeah.
Like, do you feel that we're talking about the difference between like commerce and creativity, right?
Sure, yeah.
Do you feel stronger or more at home in the music that you made as opposed to the local parody music?
Yeah, so I guess what you're asking also is like, do I feel proud of the stuff that does better?
Okay,
something like that?
You can go and reframe that.
I mean, no, okay, but I mean, I guess your point of view makes sense too. Okay, good question, let me think. The cool answer would be like, no man, like, you know, like I have like the stuff I'm passionate about and then I have the commercial stuff that does well. That's, I guess, the cool answer. I think the real answer for me is like, I love all my kids the same.
Oh God.
But no, but let me explain. It's just like...
That really wasn't the cool answer. Yeah, go ahead.
No, okay, it's like a Venn diagram, right? It's like, yes, there's like the songs like that I create because I love that might not see much light of day. In fact, the songs I love the most are never going to be published or like they're just not good enough for like radio. But then there's stuff like and the band stuff, the Cai Fan song, other things.
The bubble tea one.
Yeah, or like...
That was ridiculous.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Yeah, the anger is real. There's a Venn diagram, I guess, in my mind that's like, if I can marry what I love with what will sell, it's a bit of ikigai, right?
It's the dream though, right?
That's the dream.
Yeah.
And my whole career has been like, how much can I meld these circles together?
Yeah.
Once in a while I'll do something on the fringe. But like, it brings me immense joy to try to be creative within a structure. That's why I love actually doing client work for like, if you see my Instagram and sometimes I get up to really stupid things and clients seem very willing to throw me money to direct something stupid. Really stupid. And I'm always so incredulous that I get to do that and clients are like, yeah, sure, just do stupid stuff.
Lucky.
Yeah, because I think like there's a beautiful semblance if you can marry those two worlds, something that sells, something that you enjoy as well. So that stuff gets me going.
What do you think your happiness looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going Dr. Phil here.
Exactly like that. I mean, it's very different now that I am past my 30s.
Oh
and
God. Why, God? Why?
Why? We had a deal! We had a deal! Again, I think starting in this industry at 18 and now being my age, that happiness metric has constantly moved.
Yeah.
I'm very glad it has. I'm not one of those guys that like, I need to like break 1 million subscribers or whatever. I'm supremely happy with just creating. And I realized that like, and everyone will tell you this, but you won't believe it till you're there. It's like infamy in my small, minuscule level here, like means nothing. And I can imagine it's the same for anyone else. But it's really the joy of creating and the joy of working with people who you love and the joy of finding something new and being, or watching a film and going like, whoa, like that's so good. Like I want to either recreate that or I want to tell people how much that moves me. That's the elixir, man.
Yeah,
so that's
absolutely.
happiness for me, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so you know how I run this thing called the Novel Encounter. So I actually asked them if they would like to ask you anything. So there's a bunch of questions, some of them saying how hot you are, so you can accept that.
I should not be wearing a jacket. It's sweltering. No.
And the next, so the question that I picked was, looking back at everything that you've done, swimming, acting, singing in a band, and then solo local homages, what was the moment that you can look back and say, this is the moment I fell in love?
It's right here.
Okay, man. You could type right out.
I fell in love with the, interesting. Okay, I mean, there were two moments. I guess one was, so my favorite film is a film that is no one else's favorite.
What is it?
It's like it's a silly Disney film called Treasure Planet.
You like Treasure Planet?
You like Treasure Planet?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good movie. It's not amazing. It's alright, but
I liked it a lot when I was a kid, but I don't fully remember it.
yeah. Okay. Well, it's a rip-off of Treasure Island, but
Yes.
with this steampunk genre.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
ships
the guy with the
flying through
glasses
sky,
and yeah.
all that stuff. But I think like it's just that wonderment of like sort of chasing your dream and
Yeah.
you know like just being lost in that adventure and escapism, coming from a broken place, but then realizing that there's so much more out there. That really got me going, and I wanted to feel that. I wanted to bottle that feeling and feel it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's really the soundtrack that did it for me. So I'm a big soundtrack guy. So whenever I'm feeling super jaded, I'll just just put it on the speakers and just like fall back into that. I think the other time was I think meeting my bandmate Sandra. We met like 15, 16 years ago. We started jamming, you know, and then we developed a really good friendship and relationship. And I think like that's when I first really felt a creative synergy with somebody else.
I'm jealous of that.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of rare, obviously, and like you can jam with people, and there's always a little commonality, but never before was it like, you know what I mean? Like it was such a, you know, the avatar and the tail, like.
Okay,
okay, no, not to that extent.
I don't think you're thinking of the right symbolism.
Right. Let's maybe just cut that bit out. But no, it was like a perfect creative fit.
Yeah.
And then I think that was what really sustained us throughout the years of Sam Willows or whatever it is, our friendship, and even post that, like different projects. Even if we disagree on different levels, like there was such a beautiful synergy. And you long for friendships and creative relationships like that.
So the last question, when I say long live the creatives, what comes to your mind?
Did you pay to write that? So you pick yourself, yeah, nice.
Okay.
You're a copywriter, nice. Creatives live short lives. Yeah, we need to raise more awareness for the short life creative. I remember this beautiful story, this beautiful conversation I had with a friend, a Swedish songwriter who wrote a lot of the Willow stuff. And we brought him over to Singapore to write. And you know, he comes from this place where it's very free and creative. And I mean, I guess the creative spirit or the ingenuity and culture is really at the forefront. And within a few weeks, I was telling him about Singapore and how it's hard for creatives to penetrate the market or to be sustainable here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just hard to make a living, right? But we do it full time anyway. And so from the back of the backseat of the car, he was like, "Oh, so you guys are like dandelions."
Perfect imitation of an accent.
Thank you. I was like, "Oh, intriguing. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean dandelions?" He's like, "Oh, because dandelions, they grow through concrete. They find a way to break through the surface of concrete, and they get to the sunlight." And I was like, "Oh my, that's such a beautiful, beautiful analogy, and I'm gonna hold on to that." So yeah, long live that spirit of not being broken.
Okay, so are there any local creatives that you would like to?
It's like a novel encounter.
Okay, thank you.
That's right. Yeah.
The novel encounter.
Oh, sorry. It's just a novel encounter. Yeah. It's a naval encounter. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Okay. First, I think she's freaking hilarious. She's she's a sister of. You know Fakafaz?
No, I don't.
So Fakafaz is a comedian. He's funny, he's great too. And Farah's Java. So her name is Farah Lola. You can find her at I am Farah Lola. And like she's just so funny. She does these like impressions and Yeah, it just rips on Singapore culture.
Like your Joshua Simon.
Like my no, she's really good. She's really good. She does this thing where she pretends to be one of those like I guess like I think she's like an Asian housewife or that married this Caucasian and then like code switches whenever she talks to the husband. You know, hey babes, you know what I mean? And he goes like, hey, what la tiam la, you know what I mean? Yeah, she's really good. So Farah Lola. Ranga Jones is an amazing artist. R-A-N-G-G-A Jones. He does R&B. He's a great singer-songwriter and a great performer. And I love his stuff. And a creative that I adore, who's also one of my music inspirations in Singapore, who's I kind of see as my mentor. He doesn't have an Instagram, but his name is Julian Wong. So Julian Wong is just a freak of nature. He's a maestro. He plays amazing piano and violin, and he's orchestrated and scored for many theatre productions. I've been to some of them. He's done a lot. He works a lot with ITE and Purple Symphony, and just one of the most brilliant minds in Singapore there is. I feel like he's really, there's no one like him. He's like, I would say Iskandar Ismail was there, and then he's just like the next greatest musical export that we're gonna have. I love him to bits.
By the way, fun fact, one of the first times I met you was before I properly met you. I was doing a live event and Naomi was the MC. And so she randomly told me, because everyone was queuing up, right? And she told me that, hi, so can you write this about me and my boyfriend? And I said, oh, what's his name? And she goes, Ben.
Wait, was this a Moonstone?
No, it's another one. It's another one. And then so, like, she's not one to flex, right? So she says, oh, his name is Ben.
Yeah.
And because of people behind, I would ask her, okay, tell me more about him. How'd you guys meet? And she paused for a second and she looks around. She goes like, he's my person. And that's all she said. Wow. And
can I hit that?
Okay. Okay, what's your name?
Nathan Hartono.
Okay, 3 words, man. Any 3 words.
Ooh.
So I've had some people that tell me like Pikachu, Billabong, and NFT or something. So it can be literally, it can be, just don't give me live, life, love.
Yeah, I was so close to saying that. Live, love, love. I would say like concrete. Jello.
Jello?
Yeah, jello, like the jello.
Okay.
And Asian. Giving you a tough one.
Okay, I'll ask you some personal questions now.
Oh God, it's so exciting. It's like madness.
Why the hell did you pick Jello?
I like jello. It's malleable, but it's solid.
Do you have a favorite song? These wouldn't necessarily be inside, it's just to get a framing.
Yeah, I like a Metallica song called Nothing Else Matters.
Favorite movie? I know it is.
Treasure Planet, yeah.
If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you be?
The next room, because I want to get another drink. No, I would be...
Such a prick.
Oh, such a prick!
Oh, God!
Damn it, why did we pick this guy? Why couldn't we just pick Nathan Artono? I would love to go back to Switzerland. I loved it there, yeah.
Feel free to moon the camera while I'm doing this.
I'm just trying to do the TikTok thing where, you know, they create the... Hey, feeling tired and listless in life? In need of a poem to sink you deeper into depression? Well, look no further. An Adam right here. I assure you your encounter will be novel.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you. I'm supposed to read it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't mind if you read it.
Woo! This is kind of cool. Okay, but before I read it first,
yes, sir.
okay, I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna read it. Okay. So the words I gave you were concrete, jello, and Asian. And
Jello was a bit annoying to add inside.
Sorry about that. Yeah. The curtains are blue. All right. I'll read it as Joshua Simon. I'm on a mission to impress.
And that was a really good impression. That was a really good impression.
Hey, I'm Joshua, and it's Kiss 92. Okay. I'm on a mission to impress. To express the dials and switches inside of me. All these fresh feelings of the wicked. And the silent currents in a sea that never stops with the sky. Let's rise up in full bloom beyond the cracks of concrete and dive soul first into the malleable like jello. Proudly Asian, uniquely creative here, glowing like gold in a treasure island where nothing else matters but all that carries us into a bloom. God damn this guy! How do you, okay, wait. First of all,
yeah,
whatever you smoking, whatever you drink, I'll have some of that. It's interesting because like some of the narrative that you threaded was really quite accurate. I've always had a dream where I dive into a pool of jello. Yeah. And
did you watch The Office?
No, I don't.
Yeah, okay.
But there's a bit in The Office that. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's so cool that that's in there as well.
Thanks, man.
Soul first.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah,
Thank
great.
you. Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
Hi, thanks for watching. So I'm Adam from the Novel Encounter, and the whole reason of me doing this is not just to empower creators, but to celebrate them too. So if you enjoyed what you saw, please like, subscribe, or comment, and I'll see you next time.